Imagine being trapped in complete darkness, your arm crushed beneath an 800-pound boulder, miles away from any help. No cell service, no rescue coming. Your only tools? A dull knife and a water bottle that's almost empty. Now imagine you have exactly two choices: die here slowly, or cut off your own arm with that dull knife to survive. What would you do? Would you have the courage to saw through your own flesh and bone? This isn't fiction. This actually happened to a man named Aron Ralston, and what he did next will leave you absolutely speechless. Welcome to Movie Plot. Today we're breaking down one of cinema's most intense and nerve-wracking survival stories, 127 Hours, released in 2010. So let's dive into this incredible tale of survival. Our story opens with Aron arriving at Blue John Canyon in Utah, ready for what he thinks will be just another hiking adventure. Blue John Canyon stretches across 68 kilometers of vast, desolate, mountainous landscape, the kind of place where you rarely encounter another soul. After covering considerable distance, Aron spots two young women who appear completely lost. Being helpful, he approaches them. Their names are Christy and Megan, and they're clearly relieved to see another person out here. Aron takes the lead, guiding them toward their destination. But once they reach that point, he grins and says, "Look, we've made it to where you wanted to go, but I know a route from here that'll give you an experience you'll never forget." Intrigued, Christy and Megan follow Aron as he leads them into a narrow crack between towering rock walls. After navigating this claustrophobic passage, Aron suddenly does something that makes both women's hearts stop. He jumps down into what appears to be a bottomless chasm. The women freeze in terror, convinced they've just witnessed Aron fall to his death. But moments later, they hear his voice echoing up from below. Down at the bottom lies a small, hidden pool of water. Aron, having visited Blue John Canyon countless times, knows every secret this place holds. He calls up to them, encouraging them to take the leap too. After a moment's hesitation, they do, and the three spend the next hour having an absolute blast in this secret swimming hole. Throughout the adventure, Aron captures everything on his video camera. After their time at the pool, the trio makes their way back to the surface. Aron prepares to continue his solo hike, while Christy and Megan head their separate way. Before parting, Aron snaps a photo with both women. "Will we see you again?" Aron asks casually. Megan's face lights up. "Actually, we're throwing a party tomorrow night. You should come." "Perfect," Aron replies with a smile. "I'll be there." They exchange goodbyes, and Aron sets off deeper into the canyon. As Aron continues through the narrow passages, he encounters numerous large boulders wedged between the canyon walls. He's carefully making his way across one of these suspended rocks when disaster strikes without warning. The boulder suddenly shifts beneath his weight. In an instant, both Aron and the massive rock are falling. Time seems to slow as Aron plummets, and then slam, his right arm becomes trapped between the descending boulder and the canyon wall. For several moments, Aron can't comprehend what's just happened. Then the panic sets in, and he begins fighting with every ounce of strength to free his trapped hand. He pushes against the boulder with his full body weight. He slams against it repeatedly. He kicks at it with his feet, desperate to find any leverage. Nothing works. The boulder doesn't budge even a millimeter. He's completely stuck. Aron begins screaming at the top of his lungs, calling out for Christy and Megan, but the truth is inescapable. For several kilometers in every direction, there isn't another living soul. His cries echo off the canyon walls and fade into silence, unanswered. After exhausting himself, Aron forces himself to think rationally. No one is coming. If he's going to survive this, he'll have to save himself. Methodically, Aron empties his backpack. A small, cheap multi-tool knife, climbing equipment, water bottles, a few snacks, and his video camera. He examines his meager supplies with growing concern. He takes out the knife and begins chipping away at the boulder's edges, hoping to break off enough rock to free his hand. Hour after hour passes. Despite his relentless efforts, he hasn't made even a noticeable dent in the massive stone. As darkness falls, Aron manages to tie a rope to another boulder above him, creating a makeshift harness to dangle semi-comfortably rather than standing all night. 24 hours pass, then more. Aron remains trapped, his water supply dwindling, food running low. The physical exhaustion is overwhelming, but the mental torture is worse. As the second night falls, Aron remembers tonight was supposed to be Christy and Megan's party. He closes his eyes and imagines the music, the laughter, the warmth of being around people. For a few precious moments, he escapes his prison. Then his mind drifts back to Saturday morning, the day he left home. His mother had called before he departed. He'd seen her name on the caller ID and deliberately ignored it, not wanting to delay his adventure. Now, that decision fills him with crushing regret. If he'd just answered that call, if he'd told his mother where he was going, she might have raised the alarm by now. But he'd told no one his plans. No one knows where to look. It's Monday now. Aron has been trapped for over 72 hours. Desperation drives him to try a new approach. He ties his rope around the boulder and another rock above his head, then pulls with everything he has. He tries multiple configurations, pulling from different angles, using his body weight, wrapping the rope around his leg and pushing with his powerful leg muscles. He strains until his muscles scream and his vision blurs. The boulder doesn't move, not even slightly. This boulder weighs over 300 kilograms. Moving it is simply beyond his physical capability. Exhausted and defeated, Aron's mind turns to the unthinkable. If he can't move the rock, there's only one other option: remove his arm. He takes out his multi-tool knife and presses the blade against his forearm, applying pressure. But the blade is pathetically dull, barely sharper than a butter knife. After several agonizing attempts, he realizes this won't work. Frustrated, Aron turns on his video camera and records a message. Let this be a lesson to everyone out there. Never, ever buy cheap Chinese products. His knife, purchased to save a few dollars, might cost him his life. As another day crawls by, Aron's thoughts drift to his family. Holidays, childhood adventures, moments of love and laughter that now seem impossibly distant. The lack of food and water is taking its toll. He's growing weaker by the hour. That night, a storm rolls through. Rain begins to fall, and water starts flooding into the narrow crevice. The water level rises rapidly, ankle-deep, then knee-deep, then waist-deep. Horror grips him as the water continues rising until it's over his head.
But then something amazing happens. Underwater, the boulder's effective weight decreases. Using this temporary buoyancy, Aron manages to push the massive rock aside and swim free. He breaks the surface, gasping, scrambles out, runs through the canyon, reaches his truck, drives away from this nightmare, and arrives home safe. But his eyes snap open. Reality crashes back. It was a dream, a cruel, beautiful dream. He's still trapped, still dying slowly. The canyon walls are dry. There was no flood, no escape. It's Tuesday now. All his food is gone. His last drop of water was consumed hours ago. He's been trapped for well over 72 hours, and his body is shutting down. Driven by desperate thirst, Aron does what he must to survive. He drinks his own urine. The taste is revolting, but it provides a few more hours of survival. His physical condition has deteriorated dramatically. He can barely move. In a moment of dark clarity, he takes his knife and deliberately plunges it into his trapped forearm. The blade strikes bone with a dull thud. But something shocking happens. He feels almost no pain. His arm has been compressed for so long that the nerves are dead. Even more disturbing, barely any blood flows from the wound. As Tuesday night descends, Aron reaches his lowest point. No water, no food, no strength. His arm is essentially dead tissue. Lying in the darkness, his entire life flashes before his eyes. In his delirium, Aron begins speaking to himself. I'm here because of my own choices. Every decision I made in my entire life led me to this exact spot. Maybe this boulder has been waiting here for me since before I was born, and now this is where it ends. Using a sharp rock, he scratches into the canyon wall, R.I.P. Aron Ralston, followed by his birth date. He's accepted his death. But then something extraordinary happens. In his fevered state, Aron sees a vision, a young boy, his son, though he has no children, has never even been married. He watches himself playing with this child, sees the love and joy in the boy's face. It's a vision of a future that could be. The child reaches out to him, and Aron tries desperately to reach back, but his trapped arm holds him in place. The vision begins to fade. No. Something primal awakens in Aron, a will to live that transcends pain, transcends fear. If he wants any chance at that future, he must do the impossible. With methodical determination, Aron positions his trapped arm and begins applying torque. He twists and pulls, using the boulder itself as leverage. Then, with a sickening crack that echoes through the canyon, he breaks both bones in his forearm. The pain is indescribable, but Aron doesn't stop. With his bones now broken, his arm can bend at an unnatural angle. He takes his dull knife and begins sawing through the soft tissue, skin, muscle, tendons, nerves. Each cut is agony beyond imagination. When he severs the major nerves, the pain is so intense that he nearly blacks out, but he forces himself to continue. Cut by cut, fiber by fiber, he severs his own arm from his body. After more than an hour of horrific self-surgery, it's done. His hand remains trapped under the boulder, but the rest of him is free. For several moments, Aron simply stares at his severed arm in shock. Then survival instinct kicks in. Using strips from his clothing, he creates a makeshift tourniquet around the stump of his arm, preventing himself from bleeding out. Before leaving, he does something remarkable. He photographs his severed hand, still pinned under the boulder, documentation of the price of survival. Finally free after 5 days and 7 hours, Aron begins the arduous journey back to civilization. But escaping the boulder is only the beginning. He still faces miles of brutal desert canyon with a severed arm. The first steps are excruciating. His body is in profound shock. Despite the tourniquet, every movement sends waves of nausea through his system. His vision blurs repeatedly. The sun beats down mercilessly. He finds a pool of stagnant water, filthy and contaminated, but he doesn't hesitate. He drinks deeply, the disgusting liquid possibly saving his life. He forces himself to continue. He has to rappel down a cliff face with one arm. Halfway down, his grip falters, and he slides several feet before stopping himself. When he reaches the bottom, he collapses briefly. But he pushes on. Then, like a miracle, he spots movement, a family out for a day hike. Aron waves frantically with his remaining arm. When they see him, blood-covered, one arm ending in a crude tourniquet, the father immediately calls emergency services. Aron's legs finally give out. After 127 hours of fighting, he can finally stop. He's survived. A medical helicopter arrives within the hour. Against all odds, he's survived. The sacrifice of his arm has bought him back his life. The recovery process takes weeks. Doctors fit Aron with a prosthetic arm. Physical therapy helps him adjust to life with one hand. But remarkably, within just a few months, Aron is back to living a relatively normal life. 3 years after that fateful day in Blue John Canyon, Aron marries a woman named Jessica. In 2010, they welcome a son into the world, Leo. The vision he saw in his darkest moment has become reality. But perhaps most remarkably of all, Aron hasn't given up his passion for adventure. He still goes hiking, he still climbs mountains, he still swims and explores and pushes himself to live fully. The difference now? Before every adventure, he tells someone exactly where he's going. And that's where our incredible story ends.